welcome to CrankRup. Today we're going to do an unboxing of the CrankRup mechanism to show you how it comes delivered to you and what you need to get going on it. In the box you can see the carry bag comes with. There you see CrankRup. There you go. Let's open it up and see what we have. 4 ratchet straps, which are actually unique, and I'll go through that right now. Actually, these ratchet straps don't have a hook on them. I'll show you later in the process as to why that's the case, but it's very important. It's much easier to use this type, and that's why we've included it with the kit. There are actually 4 of these. You'll need 2 for the meat pole when you're hanging it up, and 2 to strap the mechanism to the tree. The kit comes with a handy gambrel that is foldable. All you do is you put like this and you're good to go. You're good to go. Rated for 500 pounds. No problem at all. Comes apart just as easily. Bracket. The thing that makes the CrankRup the most versatile meat pole you'll ever see. This is zinc coated, very resistant. You can leave these hanging up in a tree year round and never have to worry about these things rusting out on you. That's the bracket. Comes with a chain and a carabiner. And this in this box is the winch, which is used for obviously cranking up the unit. Open this up, and assembly required here, but it's nothing that a wrench, or sorry, a couple wrenches and a pair of pliers with. Some washers to bolt the bracket. Here today is a one-shot deal. You put this together, and then going forward, anytime you have to put it in a tree, move it from one tree to another, whatever the case may be, it's very, very simple to do. No tools required. The winch handle. All the winch handle on the winch. You need a 3/4 inch, some sort of a socket will work. A nut, so it doesn't. You don't have to worry about it loosening up over time. The winch is ready to go. 3 holes, 2, 3 on the bracket. What lines up with 1, 2, 3 holes on the winch. Just like that. Line up with the holes in the bracket. 2. A little harder to get to, but like I say, this you only have to do this once. Once it's set up, you're good to go. I have smaller fingers than me, so if you got a turn the family that wants to get involved in the process, perfect opportunity. Put the nuts on the back of the 2, 3. Comes with an extra washer, just in case you're in the middle of nowhere and one goes missing for some reason. You got an extra. Like I say, once it's together, you never have to take this apart. It stays like that. This is going to require a millimeter, and if you don't have wrenches, 15th works as well. Over. This is now set up forever. You never have to take it apart. Important to note the orientation of this winch. Winch goes like this, sits like this, so there's nothing above. This is wrong on a tree this way, and it'll bend this bolt and it just becomes a mess. So it's important you always put the bracket on the tree just like that. These we talked a little bit about before, on them. It's a very, very easy to work. And if you have a 5-foot diameter tree, you're probably good with it. Feed the strap through the bracket like this. Talked about before, the reason this strap doesn't have any hooks on it is because you feed the loop back into the ratcheting mechanism. No hooks required. Hooks just get in the way. It's harder to hang on to them, make sure they're engaged properly. Okay, so the strap does exactly the same thing, only goes through the bottom loop. When I say loop, I mean set of slots on the bracket. Make sure that the ratcheting mechanism goes through like this so the flat part sits against the tree. Pull the slack through the bracket and you're good to go. If you know you're not going to use that big a tree to hang this in, you can cut this off to whatever length makes sense for you. Only advice is once you cut it, make sure you use a lighter and end of it, otherwise it'll fray and it'll be a mess in no time. So that's basically it for the hoisting mechanism. The next thing I like to talk about is the chain and the pulley. It goes over the tree, or sorry, the give you a little bit of a friendly word of advice. Set up like this, but really what you want to do is you want to move the full end of the carabiner around here, and you can't do that, it just doesn't fit. Good thing, you want to set it up properly the first time. Cotter pin out. I'm using a pair of cutters, but really any set of pliers will do. What you do is you pull the pin out, carabiner back in, the pin in. You can see it, it's not going to come out. It's always going to stay that way, so you don't have to worry about getting confused. The reason I say that is when you put the first loop of the chain over, you go over the bracket, or sorry, first piece of chain over into the carabiner. The chain goes over the meat pole. The size of the meat pole, just whatever works the best. Now, before you get too much further, make sure you put this cotter pin back. 101. Bend the side of it so the pin doesn't come out. And there you're good to go. Now, the thing that you have to do is one-time deal as well. You need to get the cable from the winch pulley. Never used a winch before. This engages the winch so it will not turn one way. Both depending on which position you put this locking mechanism in. And if you move it to the middle, run both ways. We're going to do this, pull out a bit of with the same pair of pliers. You want to take out the cotter pin. This will be a one-time deal. Only have to do it during the unboxing and getting it ready for the big hunt. Pulley out. See the pulley there? The cable like that. Put the pulley back and it goes back into it. The side of the pulley block, you want to put the cotter pin back in and go missing on opportune time. Good to go. You've got the chain that goes over the straps to mount to the tree. Good to go. The only other step that's going to happen, and you can do this whenever. You can do it before you put it in the tree. Doesn't really matter. It's very forgiving. You've got your to go. This was helpful. You can always go on our website, ask for clarifications, message us, give us a call. We're more than happy to talk to you. Producer back there, she doesn't produce much other than sticks that she wants to retrieve, but man's best friend, I guess. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it was informative. Traps, like I said earlier, are used to attach to the tree, and that'll be covered in a different video. Thanks again. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for purchasing CrankRup, and good luck on all your hunting adventures.